Now, isn't that a cool way to strike off those pressing needs off your worry list? Visit www.quickteller.com/delight to find out more. Promos endorsed by the Consumer Protection Council and the National Lottery Regulatory Commission.
QuickTeller. Everyday payments made easy. With critical focus on the Nigerian economy. We see.
And a good morning to you once more, Lagos. You're tuned in and listening to Smooth Breakfast on Smooth 98.1. Right now, as it is 6:45 a.m., it's time to jump into the world of business with Business Express. Rotus is here this morning to guide us through it. Good morning, Rotus.
Good morning, Folu. Good morning, Lagos. Boye in Baltimore. Get the strap. Okay, he knows what that means. He knows what that means.
I'm gonna ban all 50 Cent listeners and followers.
For all our international followers on YouTube, get the strap, boy.
Speaking of YouTube, we are live on YouTube right now. Go to youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos. That way you'll be able to see our faces in the studio right about now. As we jump into the world of business, do remember to send us messages to our WhatsApp number. It is 0809-444-0981, or tweet at us. Just use the hashtag BusinessExpress981.
Thank you. I also have Damilola of ARM in the studio. Damilola, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Rotus.
Yes. All right, well, we'll get to the markets in a sec, because one of our stories talks about the stocks that performed well over the past week, even though things were pretty ugly on the markets for the last 4 days. I want to talk about price trackers, two different price trackers, because, things that hit people's pockets. We're all out there spending and buying things. There's a price tracker from ARM. Also, there's been a look at what's been happening with tomato prices over the past week with Nairametrics. So we'll look at those two. But first, Damilola, this thing is really cool, Lagos. Okay. The name of the tracker the acronym is PERP, right? Damilola, right? Okay, so it's the PENTAD, which is the Urban Retail Price Tracker. So PENTAD refers to a group of 5, yeah? So Damilola, what are the 5 areas you guys are looking at as far as the prices are concerned?
So we have the brewery sector.
Breweries, yeah.
The consumer basket, commodities basket, sorry. The consumer sector, oil and gas sector, and the cement sector.
Nice. So they took the P for PENTAD and then those 5 and made it PERP. But the thing is, if anyone out there, if you're familiar with Southern African American slang, PERP has a very different name, and it's a really
not the nicest connotation.
Yes. And in fact, if ARM was in Houston, all the millennials would be flocking to ARM right now, because it's a really cool name. It's an unintended consequence. It's kind of like when we talked about ETFs. I don't know if you remember what you guys were talking about, exchange traded funds. I talked about lithium on the marketplace, and there's a particular lithium ETF, and they use these 3 letters. The acronym is LIT. So millennials, of course, have been jumping up on that. So you guys need to open an office in Houston to get that. But what have you been seeing with these particular prices for these 5 baskets? I think this is for April, yes?
Yeah, this is for April.
Okay, so slight increases, or?
Yeah, so what we saw for the month of April is we saw increases in our tracker over the month of April.
Okay.
The index was up 70 basis points to 104.9. Point over the month of April against March.
Okay.
And for our 5 indices, we saw 3 of that track higher.
Okay.
The brewery sector witnessed an uptrend. It was up 1.39% month on month. Notably, price of trophy was actually up 4.17.
I'm not a drinker. That's trophy is one of the beers,
yeah,
right?
Trophy is one of the beers.
Right. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool.
So we also saw the commodity basket was also up 77 basis points month on month also. For the consumer sector, we also, for the price of oil and gas product too, it was also up 0.25% month on month in the month of April. And that reflects lubricant.
Thank you. I was about to say that if we've looked at downstream players, their Q1 results, and so even full year last year, some of the downstream players, that's also filtered into their results. Okay, cool.
Exactly. And also for cement sector also, it was down.
Okay.
It was down about 88 basis point month on month. also.
Okay, cool. So this is something that you guys will be releasing, like kind of like on. Yeah, this has been around for about a year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been.
I'm slow. I don't know how I missed this. I saw this thing over the weekend. My eyes lit up once I can't tell you what PERP stands for. You guys have to go online. I think urbandictionary.com
just type it in
and look up PERP. It's super cool name. All right, for Nairametrics, their tracker, they're showing, in particular, they were looking at a few prices of food items here and there, eggs and a number of other things. But in particular, tomato prices, what they're showing is that tomato prices jumped. And I personally noticed, Folu, have you bought tomatoes in the last couple of weeks? You've been doing any cooking?
No, I've not.
Okay, no. I even asked Damilola downstairs. Damilola, you haven't been doing any cooking. See, I'm the only one here. What about our intern? Instead, have you been buying tomatoes in the past? He says not even.
You're living a real struggle life.
It's only me. Okay, anyway, Lagos. Since I'm the only one who was buying tomatoes, if anybody bought tomatoes in the last 2 weeks, okay, so I didn't do the cooking though. The person I was with was the one doing the cooking, but she's pointing out all the great things. When we got to, and we've been doing this for the last 2 weeks now, or 3 weeks that I've been tracking what she's been buying. Yeah. So of course you get your chicken first, and then what is it now? Crayfish and blah blah blah. This is all for stew. When it got to tomatoes, this last week of the last 3 weeks, she had a long discussion with the guys that were selling the tomatoes, and I'm not even paying attention. I'm just standing there. I'm just there. When it's time to pay, I just pay for the stuff, right? And I'm holding the bags. And I'm like, what's taking so long? She's like, I don't know what's going on. Tomato prices have jumped, and so this is actually reflected in what Nairametrics is showing here as far as the price changes.
Also to feedback from our retailers in the commodity basket. So what we hear is transportation prices have
filtered in, yeah.
So for most commodities, we've started seeing an uptrend in their prices.
But what has caused this spike? What's caused the transportation prices to suddenly start reflecting now in the cost?
Well, I've not really digged into
it,
but it might just be due to
arbitrary.
Yeah, maybe structural challenges, road network, bad road network. Basically,
maybe the tax fees on the road.
But you see, whenever anything affects the value chain from the farms coming to the markets, it's going to. I mean, last year, what was it? There was a disease or some pest that affected tomatoes.
The tomato Ebola.
The tomato Ebola, as they call it. That was that one that affected it as well. But any little thing that affects these things, it's just gonna spike up the price almost immediately.
The crisis.
And the truth is, a lot of these spikes we're seeing also fear-based spikes, right? It's people also reacting out of fear and concern that if this is going up, that I better take my prices up, and it affects everything else.
So now
we are causing it for ourselves.
It's something else. Damilola, shall we move on to capital importation, or shall we talk about the stocks that moved last week? Okay, let's do the stocks that moved last week.
We can quickly touch on capital importation.
Okay, let's do capital importation. All right, cool. So capital importation for first quarter of 2018. What are we seeing? I'm showing there was an increase. This is good.
Yeah.
Money coming into Nigeria has increased year on year.
It's a good one. Year on year expanded, and also quarter on quarter it also expanded. The year on year expansion was largely due to base effect. Last year, Q1 specifically, we had not seen the introduction of the high and FX window.
Right.
So we didn't see lots of capital imported into the country at the time. So it was a high base. So year on year, capital imported into the country expanded over 500%.
500%. How about
if you look at it quarter on quarter, he expanded just modestly by 17.1% to 6.3 billion naira.
Okay.
So if you
billion
dollars, sorry. So if you drill down into the numbers, so what you see is a lot of the increase came from FPIs. While FDIs decrease. So FPI is foreign portfolio investment, while FDI is foreign direct investment.
Okay.
So FPI increased 31.3% quarter on quarter to 4.6 billion naira.
Okay.
And that's about 77.3% of
all the money that came in.
Of all the money that came in. So if you drill down further, you see that equities, FPIs into the equity segment of the market declined about 29.1% to $701 million,
okay.
which largely explain why we saw the pullback in the equities market.
Right.
So January we saw the equity market rally up to 16%.
Right.
So down to around 7% by the end of March. So that accounts for why we saw that decrease. But a large chunk of that went to the fixed income segment, to the bonds and money market. So largely money market. So the bonds was slightly higher by 8.5%, while to the money market was higher by 61.9% to 3.5 billion. So what you just explained is foreign investors are just looking at the domestic landscape. Crude oil prices are higher. Although looking at the long-term perspective, I feel most of them are not really optimistic on that. That's why they're playing at the short end.
Yeah.
So most of them are looking to lock in on probably if you see slight shock to inflation or anything that can push yields up.
Yeah.
So they are looking to lock in on that. So most of them are staying short at the moment to lock in on that. So FDIs fell, like I said, they fell 34.8% quarter on quarter to $246 million, which is not so good.
It's look, Damilola, there are Silicon Valley companies. They are seed A funding. Just the money they raise in just one round of funding is more than what came into Nigeria in the form of FDI.
It's okay now. No need to embarrass us. California alone is the fifth largest world economy. California. So respect yourself.
Very true.
Don't just compare us anyhow to such people. We've got a few messages coming through though. Up on WhatsApp, JLo tries to explain what's going on with tomatoes. Says this is seasonal for tomatoes. They don't grow well during the rainy season. Thus the scarcity.
JLo, when are you coming back on the show? I know who that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a long-term listener and actually a previous guest.
There you go.
Hi, JLo, hi. Yes, exactly.
Hello.
She's been a ninja.
Wally sent a message. He says the increase in tomatoes is a result of the price, I believe he means, is a result of 3 issues, which is an indication of what is going to happen for the rest of the year. The attack of the herdsmen, an onset of rain that makes evacuation difficult. We're waiting for the 3rd issue, Wally, but thank you very much for that. 2 out of 3, not bad. Henry Emmanuel says, I bought tomatoes from somewhere over the weekend. I bought custard rubber. I like that. That is the measurement. For 1,300 Naira. He says, I bought the same thing last February at 900 Naira. Now, although it's still cheaper in Kwara, I bought earlier this month at 1,100 Naira. That's somewhere...
a supermarket. A supermarket. I love our listeners, man. You guys are the best. Appreciate that. Shall we look, Damilola, at the top countries where capital importation came from as far as for Q1 2018? I believe number 1 was the United Kingdom. Yes. Number 2 was the United States. Number 3 was 3 and 4. These are the 2 countries I like. South Africa and Ghana. You guys were on the show. You guys listened last week, where I think it was last Thursday, where the headlines were that, oh, Nigeria has higher foreign reserves than South Africa. Then we have our never-ending jollof rice comparisons with Ghana. Just so everybody knows, though, top 4 countries where capital has come from into Nigeria: UK, US, South Africa, and Ghana. Just, wondering where money's come from. So I just want to throw it out there.
Just as we're rounding up, a couple more messages, or a few more messages are up on Twitter. Collins Ezekan just saying, yep, Rotus, you're completely right. The spike is enormous. He's been clearly out buying tomatoes as well.
Collins, you're a tomato buyer. Thank you.
Oye Boade says, guys, it's shocking to know that 19 states have 0 imported capital in the last 5 quarters. That is so bad.
Yes, in fact, more messages.
At Flexmaster Nate says the increase in food prices could also be as a result of the imminent Muslim Ramadan fast.
That's another one.
While Obaro Sunny says, I had the same experience over the weekend. The price of tomatoes is on the high side.
Excellent stuff.
Less stew.
So many messages. Yes, let's stew.
Let's stew.
Good
Come
one.
on, let's switch it up.
Are we? How much time do we got?
We have 8 seconds.
All the messages removed. They ended all our time. Damilola of ARM. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. Our messages flooded everything and took over. And we love it. We love it. We should have a message-only show.
It did. Okay.
Yeah, we should.
Stop pushing for crazy things. But we do enjoy hearing from you, Lagos.
Yes, we love it.
Continue to send us messages over the course of Smooth Breakfast. A lot more coming your way. First of all, frankly speaking, with Muiwa Falabi, that at 7:30, detailed newspaper analysis inside of Freshly Pressed. Go over to our Twitter handle, look for that hashtag, and you'll see the news headlines being tweeted already. Good morning, Lagos.
Good morning.
Business Express on Smooth 98.1.
Good stuff.